Hi, everybody. Happy Purim. It looks like it is taking everybody a few more minutes to get on today. So I'm just going to sit here and wait for people to log on to share the post. Today, we're just going to kind of get ready for Purim if people show up. But I have some fun Purim facts set and a fun Purim video to show. And I want to let everyone know a little bit about what our plans are for Purim next week, because there is just so much going on. I see people are starting to log on. Say hi in the chat. Good morning, sis. Go ahead and press share if you're on Facebook, and maybe more people will join us. I'm just giving it just a few minutes. As you can see, we have this Purim border around us. Purim begins exactly 1 week from today, and I'm really excited for what we have planned at Temple Emmanuel. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it another minute, and I'm going to show one of my favorite Purim parodies. I'm going to turn this off so I don't block it. Okay, so this is Michelle Citron's Shake Your Grogger, which is really, really fun. And I thought that as we wait for more people to come on, that hi, everybody who's slowly logging on right now. We're going to start the morning with just a little fun song. Hello, Valerie. And here we go. So this is Michelle Citron's Shake Your Grogger, and then we'll get talking. So here you go.
Purim time is upon us. We'll be singing some crazy tunes.
Hold on. Now you couldn't. So you couldn't hear her singing? All right. That means I can't mute myself, which I thought it was sharing the screen. Let me try this one more time. You can hear me now, right? All right. Here we go. My dog is barking. Here we go.
Purim time is upon us.
Can you hear her?
We'll be singing some crazy tunes. Yes, everything's topsy-turvy. I mean, we eat cookies filled with prune. Shake, shake, shake your grogger, shake your grogger right. Shake, shake, shake your grogger, shake it all in time. Work, work, work your grogger, work your grogger right. Work, work, work your grogger, work it all in time. Well, there was a guy named Haman. He tried to kill off the Jews, but thankfully brave Esther saved us. She knew what to do with no time for the sheep. Jump in the line, put your mask on, drink some hay. If you jump in the line, everything will be fine. Jump in the line, put your mask on, drink some hay. Jump in the line, everything will be fine. As you shake your grogger right. Shake, shake, shake your grogger, shake it all in time. Work, work, work your grogger, work your grogger right. Work, work your grogger, work it all in time. Everyone's dressed up in costumes, we march around in parades. 'Cause us Jews, if you give us lemons, we'll make a lemonade. Jump in the line, put your mask on, some hay. Jump in the line, everything will be fine. I believe you. Jump in the line, put your mask on. I believe you. Jump in the line, everything will be fine. As you shake your brother right. Shake your brother, shake it all in time. Work, you brother, work your brother right. Work, you brother, work it all in time. The moral of this Megillah is stand up for what you feel. And if you try to kill us, we'll boo out your name and make a Purim spiel. Put your mask on, okay, I believe you. Jump in the line, everything will be fine. Okay, I believe you. Jump in the line, put your mask on, okay, I believe you. Jump in the line, everything will be fine. Okay, I believe you. Shake your brother right. Work, you brother. Work it all in time. Dance the horror. Dance it all in time. Work, you brother. Work it all in time. Hey, jump in the line. Put your mask on. Okay, I believe you. Jump in the line. Everything will be fine. Okay, I believe you. Jump in the line. Put your mask on. Okay, I believe you. Jump in the line, everything will be fine. Okay, I believe you. Shake your brother, shake your brother right. Shake your brother, shake it all in time. Work your brother, work your brother right. Work your brother, work it all in time.
Okay, welcome everybody. That was just a little fun thing as people are logging on. Welcome. It is great to see you. Here's my little think about it Thursday sparkle because we need that right now. So Purim starts 1 week from tonight. At Temple Emmanuel at 5 p.m. we'll be debuting our Puppy Purim spiel, which yes, it's for kids, but I am editing it, and I will tell you, I think everyone will love it. And then that same night, we're having a big text study in Megillah, more of traditional Megillah reading and bibliodrama. So that'll be really fun. And then the next night, which happens to be our 100th virtual Shabbat service, if you can believe that, we will be debuting our Styx Creek Purim spiel. So this is my public service announcement, number one, to say to everyone, if you haven't watched Schitt's Creek, now's the time to do it. And yes, it does take a season or two to really get invested, but I promise it's worth it. And you'll see why it won 9 Emmys this year. So let me know if you love Schitt's Creek. But hopefully you'll enjoy this episode, which is really the Purim, the Megillah characters performing, getting ready for the King's Who Wants to Be a Queen contest. So we are kind of sharing a glimpse into the Purim story. And if you want to Google Schitt's Creek Life is a Cabaret episode, you will see the episode that we are parroting. And Rabbi Aaron is editing that, and we're super excited. After this, we'll debut it in the service, but we'll also, of course, post it and share it after. I just shared Michelle Citron's Shake Your Grogger. I don't know if the general public is aware that there's been a lot of this is something to think about this Thursday. There has been a lot of controversy over the fact that a lot of the parody videos that are done, whether it's for Hanukkah or Passover or Purim, have usually been done by kind of Orthodox male yeshiva boys, not just yeshiva boys, but really talented people. Do not get me wrong, but there was a definite lack in women representation. These groups are all male. They, they follow the concept of Kol Isha, which is not hearing a woman's voice, well, specifically when it's connected to a prayer service, but that has kind of infiltrated all aspects of singing and stuff. So I really, anytime that we can share music videos or parodies that have women and men or just women, it's important because like as much as I love 613 and 613 and the Maccabees, there's so many, they're fantastic, but we got to share the love. So first of all, of course, Think About It Thursdays was always created to take our minds off of the current news. But as I've talked about before, the news is always in place. But today it's kind of a calm news day. So what is Purim? My first trivia question to everyone is, what year, even though it could be a fictional story, but what year do you believe that the story of Esther began? There is your first question. I'll put it in the chat. What year did the story of Esther and the Jews in Persia begin? Let's take some guess. Here's the question. I'm putting it right there. What year did the story of Esther and the Jews in Persia begin? I want to kind of get a taste of how much people might know or not know about Purim. As much as I grew up very involved in Judaism, I don't think I knew a lot about the story. I think I knew a lot about carnivals. So let's do that. So the year right now is 2021. So we are 2021 years past BC. Let's see, 436 CE. I don't know. Okay. Well, you're getting close, Carol. The actual tracing of it does bring it back to the middle of the 4th century BCE. And it's really known as a boisterous, cheerful, joyous festival. It takes place early in spring. This is the month of Adar. And the overall concept is like the salvation, as I'm looking at here, salvation of the Jews of Persia during the reign of King Ahasuerus. And the story comes from the Megillat Esther. So that is part of the writings of Judaism. It's not in the Torah. Maybe some of you thought it was in the Torah, but it's not in the Torah. The Torah is made of the 5 books of Moses, but the Megillah is in a small scroll. Actually, Karen, who might be watching, showed us one yesterday, but there are some beautiful old Megillah scrolls. Another interesting fact about Purim is that in the same way that when we chant Torah, it has a specific melody like Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha. When you hear that, you immediately go to Torah chanting. Or when you hear na 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 na, that's Haftarah trope, which are the book of prophets. So the book of the Megillat Esther has its own melody. If you come join us next Thursday night, you'll hear me chant and Isa Aaron chant a little bit of Megillah. And I have my paper in the other room, but the melody goes something like this. Let's see if I can do some by heart. Vayhi b'mei Ahasuerus, Ahasuerus, na 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 na. Na 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 na. So that's the sound of the Megillah. And we don't hear it that often these days because we do parodies for Purim. When we're in person, I try to weave as much of that melody, na 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 na. So that's that. But again, next week when you come, you'll hear a little bit of that being chanted. But yes, so it took place then. One little just fact that I feel like I should share is, Judaism goes by the lunar calendar. And just like how we have a leap year every once in a while, by the way, can you guys, is it cutting out? My internet is showing, oh, it just went back. Okay, so yes, thank you, Carol. That is the melody for Purim. And I there are songs that have written based on that melody, but once again, it's become custom to tell the story of Purim using the like just parody songs. So people are just not as familiar. Although I think that if you were in very Orthodox or conservative circles, you will go and sit and hear almost the entire Megillah chanted, which takes hours. It's also very popular on Purim to drink, and people get very drunk and listen to the story of Purim. And I think the saying goes is that you're supposed to drink until you don't know the difference between Haman and Mordecai. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's the funny saying. For years, I worked at Congregation B'nai Tzedek with Rabbi Steve Einstein. He taught me that. It's a wonderful synagogue that David Young is the rabbi at now in Fountain Valley. But they really do Purim in a fantastic way. So yeah, the middle of the 4th century BCE is when the story of the Megillah took place. I like how one of the articles I read says it's a little bit of Mardi Gras, Easter, and Halloween all rolled into one. Let's take. I know one thing I wanted to share with you is, if you think about it, this year Purim is very early, February 25th, and sometimes actually going back almost a year, the last event we had before the quarantine, before the pandemic, was on March 9th. And it was March 8th and 9th. We did the family Purim, and we did the adult Purim at the Conservatory restaurant. Our theme was 80s because it was the year was 5780. And I remember that second night, only about 40% of the people who were signed up showed up to the restaurant because word had really started to spread about the fear of COVID. And that was the last in-person event we did a year ago, Monday, Monday, March 9th or something like that. Crazy. But so last year was March 9th. This year is February 25th. This coming year, I'm sorry, it says my internet. There we go. This coming year, everything is early. So high holidays is September 6th. So what do we do when all of a sudden Purim would fall in January and everything keeps getting pushed early? So next year is a year that we actually have 2 months of Adar. Today is we're already in the month of Adar. Purim takes place on the 14th of Adar. And what they do is every few years, 4 years, they add a second Adar. So next year we have Adar 2. Hey, Raymond. Hey. So let's go to some facts. So popular name, Esther. What is it in Hebrew? And what does it represent? Let's see. What is Esther in Hebrew? Does anyone know? Esther in Hebrew is Queen Esther's name was, no one? Thank you, Raymond. Hadassah in Hebrew. And I just, we think of all the, like Hadassah, the association. Thank you, Carol, Hadassah. And as we explore the story of Purim more, Esther was really someone who was willing. Thank you, Judy. Yes, see, there's a delay here. So now, everybody's coming in. All right, you all get 10 points. 10 points for Hadassah. And that name has been used for like the association Hadassah, which does such wonderful work, because Esther was known as really just this unbelievably she sacrificed she could have died, but she sacrificed her identity as a Jew to save the Jews. And then she tells, if you remember the story, she finally divulges to the king, well, if you really love me, then you have to help me and you have to not kill my people. And yes, Raymond. Okay, so this, I think that if you ask most people who was the first person in Jewish history to be called a Jew, let's take some guesses. I'll wait for the countdown this time. So the first person in the Jewish canon to be called a Jew. You can't Google, because I Google to find these fun facts because there might be a lot of facts that I could give, but I don't know that they're like the most unknown facts until I Google unknown facts about Purim. Anybody? All right. So I will tell you that Mordechai, Uncle Morty, better known in many Purim spiels, was known as the first person to be called a Jew. So if you don't know the story completely, Esther was raised, some people call him her uncle, their cousin, but by Mordechai. He wasn't the first Jewish person. He's thought to be the first person to be referred as a Jew rather than an Israelite, right? Rather than an Israelite or a Hebrew. Like Abraham was known as Ivri, as a person who crossed over, which became known as a Jew. So that there is your fact that Mordecai is really the first one to be referred to as a Jew. There's some table facts for you. How long do you believe in our story? We skip through this quickly. That Ahasuerus searched for a queen. How long did it take Ahasuerus? In our stories, we kind of just go from, there was a queen named Vashti. She refused to dance for the king. And then blah, 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 blah. It's like the next day, Queen Esther appears. But it is thought that it took almost, this is funny, 4 years to find a queen. And he considered over 1,400 contestants before choosing Esther. Now, just as a little plug, wait till you see our king. He might be named King Amos Farosh. That would be Amos. Sorry, I have to turn on this thing on my computer. King Amos Farosh, that would be Amos as king. I'll have to show you a picture. He's walking around. But he is playing the king in our Puppy Purim spiel. And I'm actually going to try and open it for you. Just for those people watching, you'll see a little sneak peek. Okay, let's move on to the next one. This is, what does the word Purim mean? Let's see. If you would like to Google, you can. What does the word Purim mean? Should I put it up as an official question? This is our next trivia question. What does the word Purim mean? There's our question. If you're just joining in, take a guess. Let's see who can Google the fastest. Let's see, Carol. Lots. All right, good. See, it means lots. Lots and lots and lots and lots. And in this case, it refers to the way Haman chose the date for slaughtering all of the Jews in Persia, which was like a lot, as in drawing lots for a lottery. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Another fact. The earliest observances of Purim are believed to date back to the 5th century BC. So we've been celebrating this for for a long time. People love, I think my older brother, Rabbi Scott Hausman Weiss, he always says that Jews live their lives like boo Haman, yay Jews. Like that kind of is the motto that runs through so much of what we did. Boo Haman, yay Jews. And so we like telling this story because there has been a lot of persecution, and there was a lot of persecution in the book of Esther. But we do like to cheer for ourselves. I love this fact. I feel like I should give it to you as a fact. Well, actually, I'm going to give one before. Did you guys know that the day before Purim is a day of fasting, and it's to commemorate Esther, who fasted for the Jewish people. So next Wednesday, I think we should fast. Or during the day, Thursday is really when it would be. But you fast and just to remember that we don't just fast for the heck of it. We fast to remember what it feels like to be hungry, to what it feels like to be in pain. There are people who fast today just as a reminder of, what other people in this world are suffering right now. Okay, we have just a couple more facts. God's name is not mentioned even once in the entire book of Esther. This was a big fact. You never remember till the afternoon. Okay, so God's name is never mentioned in the book of Esther. Although it is kind of in our puppy Purim spiel. Maybe that should be the one part that I show you. Let's see, everybody. Who wants to see a little bit of something cute? Hold on. I'm going to show you that one part because I think it's brilliant. So this puppy Purim spiel, was written, we worked on it. Yes, thank you, Judy. We worked on it with, my best friend, Cantor Jessica Hutchings, and I came together to put this together, and she wrote it, and I have been editing it the last couple of weeks, and it features like a lot of the clergy's dogs from both Congregation Ner Tamid in Vegas and at least mine and Rabbi Aaron and hopefully Hemi, Rabbi Bassin's new dog, will make a little appearance. But I'm going to show this to you because I'm just so excited about it. You'll see the behind the scenes of what an editing board looks like. But here we go.
And that would be me.
No dog is God, even though it is spelled backward.
I will punish you.
Hold on a second. But oh wait, I just realized, sorry guys, I just realized I didn't turn it on. One sec. Give me 1 second. Lots of technology to deal with here. Let me turn this off. All right, and now you're seeing, well, you're not seeing it yet, but in a second you're gonna see, hopefully, this running. Let's see. Yeah, you can see that. All right, I'm gonna show you one little bit of this puppy Purim spiel that's still being edited. 1 sec.
Most powerful, and you must bow down to his pupster, and that would be me.
No dog is God, even though it is spelled backward.
I will punish you for this.
Hold on. Looks like I'm stuck, guys. There we go. All right. Hopefully, did you guys see that? It's hard. Things take over the computer, but hopefully you just saw some dogs talking. But that is a labor of love that hopefully will last a long time. Yes, you saw it. Okay, so you saw one of the rabbis in Vegas's dog, and then you saw being voiced by Rabbi Aaron, who's playing Haman. That little chihuahua was playing Haman, and you saw Rabbi Aaron's dog Griffin, who's being voiced by the rabbi from Congregation Ner Tamid. So I'm super excited to show that video. We also have kids doing jokes, animal jokes in between. And it'll be worked on for the next week straight while we're also working on Sticks Creek. Okay, so Mordecai, here's one more fact that we didn't share. Mordecai was a very old man during the story of Purim. He was already a member of the Sanhedrin, the highest court of the Torah law in Jerusalem, 79 years before the miracle of Purim. So you can see that there are a lot of inaccuracies with timing, but it's just like how, Sarah had a baby at 100 years old or 90 years old. So let's see, you did see the facts. So what I want to start asking you all is if you have any favorite Purim traditions that you want to share. Did you grow up celebrating Purim? Did you make Homentashen with your family? What are you most looking forward to this year? Let's get some conversation going. So it's just not me talking. By the way, we won't have Think About It Thursdays next week as we'll be getting ready for Purim, but the following week I will have a guest, and then a week after that I have Cantor Magda Fishman coming, so it should be really, really fun. Lots going on. But let's see, favorite Purim traditions. As I said, I really just remember years of going to carnivals. I remember a little bit of Purim spiels, but I've been really happy to bring Purim spiels back. Yes. The way that he said. So Mishloch Manot, by the way, if you're a member of Temple Emmanuel, even if you're not, you probably can purchase. But our Mishloch Manot this year is extremely exciting, and I happen to have one sitting here. Let me hide this one more time so you can see. This is, if you watch our services, you might have seen. You can see my light. Emmanuelopoly. I can't even describe to you how exciting this is. Here's the other clergy. We're right down there, down there on the bottom. There you go. And sponsors, and we're really, really excited about this game. Rabbi Aaron is really the star of it, as he well deserves. I don't know if you know that this is Rabbi Aaron's 25th year as a rabbi at Temple Emmanuel. But yeah, our Mishloach Manot packages are really this game that was completely custom made. I think I'm going to unbox it for you guys. If you haven't donated yet, I don't know if it's too late, but you can reach out to Tanaz if you would like. But I'll do a little unboxing. This is fun. So here's the game. It's full quality. Our amazing graphic designer, Ben, put this together, and look at this board. It is so awesome. Look at that. We have a couple hundred extra that we ordered for people to buy. Let's see if I kind of move this around. You can see, let's see. You can see there, that says clergy office. There's Rabbi Aaron meditating. But this is like a full quality board designed by our graphic designer, Ben Cuevas. I really hope that I could get him on one day. Uh-oh, now I can't. It's always hard to figure out how to. There we go. It comes with this full, oh yeah, let's take a moment so we can see what people love to do. Carol says, I helped a lot with religious school when my son was little, and we used to make Homentashen each year. At our synagogue, we usually had a pitch-in dinner, and then we all moved to the sanctuary and do a spiel with lots of groggers and noisemakers and booing and applauding. Sometimes we had a theme, but usually we could dress up any way we wanted. I love it, Carol. That sounds like the perfect Purim. And Judy says, Homentashen from Baggish Bakery in Hartford. I bet you Jonathan Aaron knows a lot about that. It's really, really fun. So this is the the instruction guide. But what's really funny is we have these cards that are called tzedakah or mazel cards. And as I said, once again, these are so exciting. I get chills thinking about it. They worked so hard on this. You have the properties like Torah, Tribe, Terrace, Adult B'nai Mitzvah Drive, Introduction to Judaism Avenue, Yoga Spiritual Practice, YoPro Avenue, Sisterhood Avenue. All of these are the property cards. I mean, you can literally play an entire Monopoly game. And these are, you can, if for members, everybody gets them and people participated. If you're not a member, you can purchase them. They're $25 to purchase. But then this is the greatest. Look at these. This one says you've won the poker tournament. Collect $200. So that is so fun. Go to the clergy office. Let's see. Here's another Rabbi Aaron one. Torahs need repair. Pay for each bite, for each house, pay $25. Here's one with Rabbi Aaron and I. Celebrate your adult B'nai Mitzvah. So cute. Here it says go to Shabbat Spark and dance. And again, these all work exactly the way that the Monopoly game worked. The four railroads are Shabbat services. So this one says, watch the closest Shabbat service on YouTube or Facebook Live. There's a really fun one. Let's see. The rabbi's next appointment arrives. Get out of the clergy office for free. And then here's one. Mazel, advance, go to the Corwin Sanctuary. There's all four of us. That's really, really fun. So anyways, I shouldn't give it all away, but I'm really just so excited about. Oh, this is a funny one, Rabbi Aaron. Plant trees in Israel. Pay $100. So that is the game. And of course, it comes with, what I didn't show you yet, which is really exciting. But you guys are staying on, so I'm glad that you're entertained in some way. We got custom. We were able to pick. That's my dog barking. Amos, come here. He probably heard this. Here is a little bottle of wine. The pieces that you can use are really fun. Here is a little Sefer Torah, or you could just say it's a little prayer book, whatever you want it to be. These are bagels, because what Jew doesn't like bagels? And then in honor of Rabbi Aaron, of course, and the music of Emmanuel, we have a cute guitar. And finally, we have a little apple. So, Raymond, you asked, what am I wearing on Thursday? I guess you weren't so excited by the game. I'm so excited by it. Oh, and also there's a heart. Like, open up your heart. Well, Thursday, I don't know. I haven't thought about, I haven't thought about what I'm actually wearing for Purim, because I'm going to be in my apartment on Zoom doing our Megillah reading. But you will see me dressed up as Esther in our Schitt's Creek Purim spiel. I play the character of Stevie, who ultimately is Esther. It's very fun. And I have random costumes around, so we'll see. What anybody else dressing up? We probably should encourage people to dress up on our Zoom. Hold on, I have to pick up the book I dropped. Okay. So, it's not like we're having any raging parties. So I don't know. I'll put on a special hat or something like that. But really all my focus right now is going towards our final filming and editing of Schitt's Creek, and our final, lots of editing to do for Puppy Purim, which is going to be really fun. So I want to see if anyone has any final things to say. I think my voice is actually getting a little tired, so I have to be careful. But I hope that you learned Yes, Raymond will be in full drag. That's right. I hope that you learned some fun facts. You can go back and rewatch this and share it. And really, please, I was going to say, please tell people about the Monopoly game, the Emmanuelopoly game. It's going to be so fun. And I think that's it. I think that's a good 45 minutes of Think About It Thursdays. And I just want to thank everybody for coming. And I think now we will continue with our days. I know I have to record a bunch of stuff for our preschool Shabbat programs. And, still a lot going on even in the holidays. I wish everyone guess we're going to do for Passover as a community on Zoom. Yes. So we will be doing both. We will be having a first night debut of an update of the video we created last year, the 45-minute pre-service video, and pre-filmed, pre-curated 45-minute Passover Seder. And the second night will be on Zoom as a community. So I can't wait to see you. Thank you guys for joining. And I will not see you next week. So don't join next week for Think About It Thursdays. But I will be on, I'm sure, in 2 weeks, definitely in 3 weeks. And just keep watching our announcements. So almost Hag Purim Sameach. And I'll see you later.